the first time I've ever been sailing. Woohoo!
I put the rope around the thingy wrong a couple times.
The thingy.
Uh-huh.
We've got a lot to learn.
We're the McKays, a family with 5 boys and 1 niece, looking for adventure. Join us as we trade the rolling prairies of small-town Canada for the rolling seas to achieve our goal of visiting 100 islands by boat.
In order to go sailing for a year, we actually have to learn how to sail. So, lucky for us, we met a man who has a sailboat who invited us to come with him. A few weeks ago, we ran into a man from our congregation at church, and he said, "Hey, I'm going sailing. You want to come?" And of course, we have to learn as much as we can before we go. And so that was a welcome treat to be able to be invited, and we are so excited to go. And so here we are at this marina that we've never been to, and we just got some breakfast, and hopefully that breakfast stays down. That's my main concern. After 17 years of marriage, I just discovered that Dustin likes runny egg yolks. I have purposely cooked his egg yolks thoroughly because I thought that's how he liked them. And now, just today, I discovered that I was wrong.
The runnier the better.
I'm a little nervous. So if I'm nervous on just a 2-day trip, why have I agreed to go for a year? I don't know. So do we know where we're going?
No clue.
That's really exciting.
Well, he said walk on the docks and I'd find him. So, I'm looking and I'll see if I find him.
We did eventually find his boat, which was called the Bluebell.
You go on. I want to watch you fall in.
You want to watch me fall in?
Rail right there you grab onto.
All right,
Toss
here
in
we
your
go.
jacket.
Almost immediately, Dave introduced us to members of his boating club that would come with us and had us go over the boat so it would be ready to embark.
Glenn is a member of the club, and he knows the sequence, and so I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
And it's just, general really good protocols to be
Yep.
aware of that you want to do anytime that you're leaving the dock.
Okay, I love it.
Okay.
I like checklists.
Here's the galley of the ship. I guess that's what it's called. And living room area. And it even has a little bedroom.
So, to flush the toilet, you put it over to the left,
Okay.
and then you pump. And it brings seawater in, and it brings your poop somewhere else. And then when
Okay.
you're done, you flip it back over to there so that you don't sink the boat through the toilet hole. Because sinking boats through toilet holes. Oh, and then I pump more, and then pump it dry. Okay, there we go.
And we can check to make sure there's not
Water.
excessive amount of water or oil in the bilge.
Okay.
I quickly realized that we were using a lot of terminology that I was not very familiar with. It was like learning a new language.
Automatic bilge pumps. What we call blocks. You can go up on the bow. You're using a breast line
To the head sail.
The stern's going to come in.
But eventually Dave helped us figure it out, and we headed out of the marina and put up the sails.
Boy, that got me in more trouble. It never helped in high school.
Just move it just a little bit. Now watch the bow. Watch the bow. You put it against the horizon. You see how it moves?
Yeah.
Now it moves. You see how it moves?
Oh wow, quite a bit.
Oh, it's my passion. I love it. My dad was a little disappointed when I told him I liked sailing better than golf. Because I played golf with my dad for 55 years. But they're kind of out there, golf and
par.
sailing. But I, myself along with Glenn that's with us today are members of the Warmland Sailing Association. Currently we own 3 boats. We're selling one, but we own boats together, so it makes it so that you don't have to have the responsibility to take care of a boat by yourself as you get older, which is kind of nice and synergistic.
From going back.
Haul it in now.
Oh, okay.
That'll let you go up to the wind better.
Since I'm pretty sure you have no idea, since I didn't, maybe my friends are a lot more sail savvy than I was, but let me explain what tacking and jibing is, because that seems to be the most important part of sailing a lot of the time.
When sailing, you need to move in a zigzag pattern to take full advantage of the wind. When you are going towards the wind, it's called tacking, and when you are going downwind, it's called jibing. The point at which you turn the boat to zigzag is the actual tack or jibe, and you make a turn by moving the head sail from one side of the boat to the other. At least that's how I understand it. I might be totally wrong.
Okay, ready to jibe? Jibing.
And you want to be standing up when you're hauling lines. It's not a lazy man's sport.
Okay. There's a boat under motor right there, just to be aware. We have right of way, but when we were sailing, my boat became famous for my mom's cinnamon buns.
Of course, when you sail, the wind is going to play a huge factor, but I had no idea how knowledgeable you had to be about wind to sail. I had no idea that different colors of the ocean meant different kind of winds, and I had no idea how to even sail in the wind, how when you're going against the wind, you are tacking, and when you're going with the wind, you are jibing. And I find it so fascinating, but also so humbling that I know nothing about wind, and I'm learning. I'm learning about wind, and it's quite the education.
I try to orient any movement of the boat by where the wind's coming from. If you know where the wind's coming from, you can know if you're going off the wind or down. You're going away from the wind. If you're coming up into the wind, you're coming closer to where the wind's coming from.
You even have to be aware of how all of the land around the water is affecting the wind.
it's really important that you watch out for the breakfast burritos because they create all kinds of wind.
Maybe that dark just about 50 yards long.
So I'm so grateful that we have had a chance to actually get on the water on a sailboat and see if this is something that we can do. I haven't gotten sick, which is huge for me. And I've realized I know nothing. So it has encouraged me to study and learn so that we're not stuck out in the middle of the ocean when that time comes.
And then our trip was over and we put down the sails and docked the boat.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. It was exciting to have had some experience. We've lost our sailing virginity.
We'll see you next time.